You are going to kick it off, though, with Carnell Tate, the receiver out of Ohio State. He is 6'2", 195 pounds, 21-year-old junior. He's played 37 games in his collegiate career, 51 receptions, 875 yards, 9 touchdowns in 2025, and 298 receiving snaps with an 88.6 PFF grade this past season. At the combine, a 4.53 40-yard dash and a 1.61 10-yard split. So, Ray, if you were ready, I'm going to begin my timer in like a 3, 2, 1. Are you ready?
So you're going to see Carnell Tate at the top of your screen here. And I'm going to start off with a little bit of a negative. I know everyone likes to start off feeling good, but we're going to go ahead and be a little bit critical on the upfront here. So you're going to see this is in press man coverage here. And for a quote-unquote bigger receiver here, do expect a little bit more. And this is something I noticed when DBs get their hand on him in press coverage at the start here. So he's running an inside slant here, and he's going to try a diamond release, it looks like here, with 3 hard steps to the outside shoulder of the DB. Don't think he actually sells vertical or kind of attacks that outside shoulder hard enough. And the DB gets hands on him. And so right here, that inside hand, if you can kind of see it here, you'd like to see him kind of just use that to throw the defender by and create some separation here. Doesn't do that. Instead, tries to lean into the defender again and try to create separation that way before the break. But it just kind of doesn't work. And you might say there's a little bit of a grab here, but for a physical receiver or one who you expect to be an ex-physical receiver, you just expect a bit more from a physicality standpoint against press coverage. So we only have one angle of this. No reason to show the end zone angle here. End zone angle doesn't show much. But again, bigger receiver, I think he can work on a few things in press when DBs in particular get their hands on him. So with that said, when he's working in space, he is phenomenal at just manipulating space, manipulating leverage, using pace. And so we're going to see it here, bottom of your screen. And just keep an eye on the safety here who's got deep half. He's going to just give him that little fake here because he's defending or protecting his inside leverage. And Tate's just going to go over the top and has the speed to go up and get the ball. You're going to see from the end zone angle here, really good job tracking the ball and then just kind of finishing for a touchdown in the end zone here through the contact. But if you run it back yet again here right at the start, he's going to take that inside release. He's going to notice the safety's protecting that inside leverage here. It kind of makes him protect that inside leverage with that hard inside release. Then he's going to give another just kind of shimmy there at the top to just, again, make him commit to the inside, knowing all along he's just going to go ahead and get vertical. And by that time, he's on the DB's toes, and it's way too late. And it's a touchdown here. So phenomenal route by Carnell Tate. If you just look at the 40 time and such, you think this is more of a physical kind of, mix it up contested catch player. He actually, I think one of his best attributes is his work in space, in manipulating leverage and pace in his routes. He's phenomenal on that. He also does a lot of the little things right. I like to call this kind of like the equivalent of coming back to the football, but in the blocking sense. So here he is at the bottom of the screen. Saw the arrow earlier. He's going to block the inside defender for a screen pass here. And then just watch. He's not just comfortable just squaring up to the inside and just kind of letting the flow of the play work to his outside and shielding the defender. You're going to watch him engage and kind of go back towards the line of scrimmage to ensure that the defender there doesn't actually work or kind of duck under his block and possibly work back to the play. He's going to just take that little extra step there and just make sure that he finishes the deal here. So it's not about being overpowering or anything like that. It's just doing the little things right and just making sure that you block that defender just enough to allow for space for your receiver to work with on the screen there. So if we could run it back one more time, because I don't know how much time I have here. Again, just that little, he didn't have to engage, and a lot of receivers won't engage like that heading back towards the line of scrimmage. He does and gets square with the defender, so no blindside block or anything like that. Just phenomenally done here. It's just little nuances in his game that I think he does a really nice job with. Really well-coached player. And so we're going to see here, again, top of your screen now. And again, this is kind of a bit of a catch man technique, but he doesn't get hands on Tate initially. And when you don't get hands on Tate, he's going to win. So again, here, defender doesn't put hands on him. So he will now kind of take a hard outside release and then go back to the inside and then he kind of stacks the defender here, using his body to kind of stack him. And then you just see that little shake again at the top of the route before breaking to the inside to get separation. Ball goes over the top to Jeremiah Smith here, but you notice right here again, Tate does a really good job just kind of selling an outside fake just enough to gain that last bit of separation at the top of the route, where if it was going over the middle of the field, he has separation on this inside defender for the quarterback to make a throw over the middle of the field. So when he is allowed or allotted space to work with, he does a really nice job, whether it's pure off man, whether it's catch man, or even just press bail. If you're not getting hands on Tate, he will go ahead and he will dictate the terms of the rep to you. So a phenomenal sort of job again in space. And so now I'm going to end it again kind of with a negative. So typically you like to kind of, bookend bad or, kind of negatives with compliments. I did the reverse here. We're going to end on a negative here. He's a wide receiver. So again, in the blocking game, this game's over. They're up by 3 scores. It's late in the game. They're just kind of running the clock out. But give me a better effort than that while you're blocking here. Just go ahead and engage the defender anyway. Send a message, if nothing else, even if the game's already over. You could be better than that. We've seen Tate be better than that, but this is kind of a thing with wide receivers. If they're not totally engaged, they'll take some plays off in the run game. And here he kind of leaves his back out to dry. So just something you see with a lot of receivers. You see it with Tate as well. Just go ahead and engage that defender here. Don't just kind of, pitter patter there. Go ahead, dictate the action like we know you can and that we've seen you do before, because you never know when that could be the difference in springing a long run here just to really kind of put an exclamation point on a victory for your team. How'd I do?
You're 1 minute and 20 seconds over, Ray. I was giving you a pass since it's our first one. We'll allow it this time. We're not going to allow it next time. I'm going to cut you off. But we allowed it this time. Give us your overall thoughts. We'll give you a minute. Tell us your overall thoughts of this receiver.
Yeah, I really like him. The more you watch other receivers, the more you actually appreciate Carnell Tate and the little things he does well. Good receiver size, good frame, really large mitts, 10.25-inch hands. Like I said, really good release when given space off the snap. He navigates and manipulates space beautifully. When people talk about the 40 time not mattering for wide receivers as much as DBs, for example, and how great receivers can still run in the 4.5s, that's if they do things like Tate does, as far as those nuances and manipulating their, space and pace in their routes. He does that beautifully. So I'm not concerned about the 4.5 he ran at the combine at all. I think this is a phenomenal receiver at doing a lot of the little things. He's not the most dynamic or explosive receiver, so this isn't a Malik Neighbors type of talent, but for sure this could be, a top 12 to 15 wide receiver in the league for a handful of years easily, because he does such a great job with the little things while still being very physical, tracking the ball very well, and being an asset in the run game when engaged. Coaches are going to love this kid.
Do you have a comp?
Don't give me the comp stuff. Honestly, no, we'll save that for later. We'll save that for some audio portions, because I always feel like it does a disservice to the prospect and the player as well. People always take it the wrong way, no matter what. There's only one comp I have for this group today, and I'm saving that because it's a very obvious one. So we'll save it for then. But this is a very good receiver. I think I see, regardless of the 40 time, he should go top 10 for sure.